Okay, I think this is going. I don't know if it's focused or whatever. So, do my little intro here. So, today is the 30th of March, and it's supposed to be 57 and partly sunny, partly cloudy. So, yeah, hitting the road. So, I've taken the bike out a couple of times last week, and then we had a warm weekend a couple weeks ago, but I haven't done any vlogging or filming. So this is going to be my attempt to kick off the season with the very first vlog, and I'm excited. I'm just going to ride out to Olympia on the 12, but it should be good. The weather's nice. I do have some updates to the bike. Let's see. The last video, I guess it's just the handlebars. I put on some new Burley bars, and I love them. They're great. I think that's the only thing I've done. Washed it. And I've got a slightly shorter windscreen. I have the Road Warrior windscreen on Sierra, and last year I'd been riding with I think it was the 15-inch vented windshield, and I swapped it back to the 13-inch non-vented, and I'm liking it better. No buffeting per se, so I'm all good to go. Okay, I'm gonna mount up my cameras, put my jacket on and everything, and we'll hit the road. So I will see you out there.
Is my helmet strapped? Handlebar setup, so all my stuff, I had to reposition, and I didn't want my GPS to be high, so I flipped it around, and it's just all kinds of wiggling and stuff to get everything working. The camera's on, the little clock is on and set. Okay, I think I'm ready. But yeah, I thought I was ready, and I took off, and then realized my Cardo was paired to my old phone, and I couldn't get it to pair to my new phone. And I'm thinking, no way, I want some tunes, just background. So I think everything's all set, but I had the stock bars with 9-inch risers with a 2-inch pullback with the stock bars, and it was okay. It was good, but still a little too aggressive. I just didn't want any leaning because, I'm an old guy and my back hurts. So I wanted something that was a little closer, not as wide. The other bars were about 2 inches wider. And these might be not as high as the other ones, because I put in, these bars have 8-inch rise just for the bars, so I took off those the 8-inch Bung King risers that I had, kept the 1-inch riser extension from LA Choppers, and then put the stock 4-inch straight risers back on. So even with that, I think the bars are a little closer to me, and my hand's not so far apart, so we'll see how far we get. But I'm taking the advanced rider course next Sunday, and I just want to make sure I'm comfortable with the new bars and setup and all the stuff. So but I'm excited for the class. Oh man, I smell burgers cooking. Now I'm hungry. I switched the helmet mount camera because it was a little lower. I had it upside down, which I thought would be good, but I can't see if when the camera stops. So I finessed with that a little bit. So I think I'm like all ready for the new summer season. Out here on my Lowrider S in Western Washington. Yeah, nice. But I'll tell you, when I got the 8-inch risers and the 1-inch riser extensions for my stock bars, I had already done the extended lines. So all the electrics, I didn't have to redo anything. Even my clutch was long enough, and the brakes were long enough. The brake line was long enough, so I just had to slide them off the old bars, put on the new bars with the original risers, and it went good. It went real well. So we'll go up a little bit in elevation, probably around Elma. That's 20 miles from here, and you'll feel a big change in the temperature. It is a little windy. It's at 10-mile-an-hour winds, but no gusts. Yeah. But it's funny because during the winter, none of my favorite YouTube vloggers were posting anything, because it's snowy in winter. And a couple of my favorites have just started posting within the last 2 weeks, so that's good. But they're all from the south, San Diego area, Orange County, and I'm still up here, just outside of Seattle. And it takes us longer, obviously. But I like how these new bars look, they're more classical cruiser kind of style. Love it. Yeah, I still have some bend in my elbow with these new Burley bars. Oh, it's so nice to be out. I did take it out a couple weeks ago. We had a unusually warm weekend, and it was 69, and it was like, oh man, everybody was on their bikes. I mean, the highway was just crowded with motorcycles. Speed limit drops, I think, to 50, so okay, going 55, 57, but they will pull you over, absolutely. new season. I'm not gonna rehash all my speeding ticket problems. Good, you guys. There's some baggers. So I've been watching the news releases, YouTube videos on the new 2024 models, and I do like the 2024. It's a road glide, street glide, road glide. I have never been a fan of the Batwing fairing, so I would never do a street glide, but the road glide has that new shark fairing, and it's pretty badass looking. If I had a bagger, I could do that, but I would take off the tour pack, keep the saddlebags, and that fairing is really cool, so. But I'm not going to get a bagger, and I'll never get a bagger. This is my style, Low Rider S, in this beautiful sand white pearl. One thing I didn't do over the winter, which I said I was going to do, was spend some time learning my editing program. I didn't. I got it though. I want to make better videos. I just feel like with my regular job, 9 to 5, I'm in front of a computer all the time, and I'm always having to troubleshoot and figure out stuff, and it's like, when I'm not working, I don't want to do that. Learn a new tool, configure a new tool, make that new tool work with an old tool. Oh no, there's a dependency for the old tool. Upgrade the new tool. Oh, that broke another tool. Just waiting for AI to fix everything. Come on, AI, fix everything. I'm gonna crack this. There. I think that's good. Just a little bit of air. Summer, I put 2,800 miles on the bike. So I'm guessing that I'll probably have to go in for my 5,000 mile service, probably 1st of August, if my mileage thing holds true. Pretty cold. So the little magnet on my tank thermometer, the magnet broke off, so I'm gluing it back on, but for today I don't have a little thermometer. I don't know what it is. Plus I'm wearing a brand new pair of Indy Ridge boots. Breaking them in today. But pretty soon it should warm up. Get through Alma. Actually, it is a little warmer. Boy, this bike sounds so good. Oh, look who got pulled over. Mr. Fancy Pants in his Tesla. I'm telling you, man, they'll get you here. I'm going to try not to spend a small fortune on accessorizing my bike this year. I might do, and I'm not even sure, a different rear suspension, which is kind of what I wanted to do anyway, but I haven't made up my mind which suspension. What I was thinking, maybe upgrading. I mean, I've got the Saddlemen step up. It's tan, but I like that San Diego Custom that's got the little pump, kind of more of a backrest, but they're just in black, so not doing it. It's the same thing with the saddlebags. I like the leather, the Leather Pros canvas bags, but they're only in black, so I'm not doing it. I mean, Viking bags, they have some nice ones that are tan or brown, but I don't want to have to, you know, rebuild my turn signals and, you know, I don't want to have to go through all that trouble for a saddlebag. You know, they should make them fit the bike. I know, I've gone on and on about this last year in a video. Still a little on the chilly side, not gonna lie to you. But no rain. I like this ride though to Olympia. The road's good. I never have to, you know, stop and bumper to bumper bullshit. The road's in good condition. Nice view. My hands are freezing right now. But yeah, I kept on thinking, oh, you know, 57, I'll be okay, I'll be okay. It's just, you know, you haven't been on a bike all winter long, and you see the first daffodil, and it's like, oh my God, I'm out of here, I'm gone. But it's still cold. I think for my class I'll wear my winter jacket and those really good gloves, because I live in Aberdeen, but the class I think it's in Auburn, which is an hour and a half to get there, and I'd have to leave like at 6:30 in the morning. So I'm telling you, it's going to be really cold. 6:30 in the morning up here, so I can take it. I could be cold for an hour and a half. Because Olympia, where I'm going now, is a little more than halfway to Auburn, where the class is. I'm 100 miles from SeaTac, my house, and SeaTac is about 4 more exits north of Auburn. was 50 miles to Olympia and then probably 35 from Olympia to Auburn. But like I said earlier, I went from the 15-inch windscreen to the 13-inch, and I don't feel a lot of wind. I mean, my arms are getting all the wind. Well, my chest a little bit, but